Hey, Star Wars fans, how's it going? This is John, and thank you so much for coming back and tuning in. It's great to have you. I want to talk about Empire Strikes Back. It turns 40. Same year that Pac-Man came out, and they're about the same age, which is crazy, and came out at the same time. So, pretty cool. Empire Strikes Back, by far, is my favorite Star Wars movie. It's my favorite movie of all time. And I want to just take a moment to talk about this movie, and I want to hear about your thoughts about Empire Strikes Back. And I know it's on the top of many people's list as far as their favorite Star Wars movie. But for me, what makes it stand out from other Star Wars movies is that it's dark. I think that it's well written. You got a lot of dive into a lot more character development. It was really where you start seeing Han and Leia really develop that relationship they had. One of the greatest plot twists of all time, where we come to find out, spoiler alert, that Darth Vader is indeed Luke's father. And even filming that during the script, even the actors had no idea that was the case, right? So even Mark Hamill had no idea that was the case until after the fact, because they want to really keep under wraps. So huge plot twist, of course. I think the scene with Bespin, really great scene. First time we saw Boba Fett on film. I know he was initially technically introduced during the holiday special at some point during the cartoon, but this is the first time that majority of people saw Boba Fett, and he's a fan favorite. He only had a few lines, kind of like Darth Maul had only a few lines in Episode 1. Boba Fett had only a few lines in Empire Strikes Back, and I think sometimes less is more, and he became a fan favorite. And I hear that he might be making an appearance in Mandalorian, which is interesting because that means that he would have had survived the Sarlacc pit in Return of the Jedi. So I'm not quite sure how they're going to pull that off, but that'd be kind of interesting if that was the case. I really love the beginning of it with the Hoth scene and the AT-AT walkers, and to do all that editing wise, if you watch the original uncut, original cuts of the film that came out, not the special editions, but to do the blue screen that they were doing on a white format like that was very difficult, and they pulled it off for the most part fairly well. The tauntaun and all that good stuff. So it's got some good humor in it. It's got a dark ending. I think we're used to the happy endings where the heroes always win. Empire Strikes Back was kind of the first memory I have where they didn't win. In fact, it was a struggle. There was a huge cliffhanger, and this movie technically came out before I was born, about a year. So I never saw it in theaters until 1997 when the special editions came out. Then I saw it back in theaters. But my fondest memory as a kid was when my mom came home from Costco and brought home a VHS tape. And I think I have it. Let me show that to you guys real quick. In fact, I found it. I still have it. I do indeed still have it. And my mom came home from Price Club back in the day and brought home this VHS trilogy of Star Wars in general, right? And I'd seen it before, but it had been a while. This is the first memory. This tape right here, this exact tape. Empire Strikes Back as a kid, I remember watching, and just fell in love with it. It's funny, as a kid, with the Yoda scenes, I would always fast forward through it, thinking they were kind of boring. But as I grew into it as an adult, they became some of my favorite scenes of the movie. So it just the puppeteering in that movie is just incredible. I think Frank Oz did a great job voicing Yoda, pretty iconic. So those are some of my memories of Empire Strikes Back. I just want to say happy 40th anniversary to The Empire Strikes Back. Share your thoughts and memories below, guys. I appreciate you guys subscribing as always, and may the Force be with you. Take care.